Greetings, Commanders, Cerebrits, and Executors. Now we're at the end of the details of StarCraft subseries. It's time to revisit practicing the game. If you've been following the recommendations I gave at the end of the Introduction to StarCraft subseries, then you've been playing the original StarCraft campaign and you've been playing 1 versus 1 games against the StarCraft AI. But at this point, you're probably not so interested in AI 1v1s anymore. If you've played a lot of them, you most likely go into the game knowing you're going to win. But if you're a bit adventurous and you've been trying to think of other ways you can practice the game, you've probably tried going into games of you versus 2 AIs, 1v2s. And most likely, if you've tried that, you've found you can't really make much headway against them.
Not enough minerals.
Trying to play games versus AIs where you are up against several AIs who are allied together doesn't teach you much about how to play normal StarCraft well. Winning those kinds of games requires special tactics that aren't useful anywhere else. So instead, I'm going to give you some other recommendations about how you can expand your StarCraft practice. What you're looking at right now is footage of me doing the practice that I'm about to describe. As each of the 3 different races, there'll be a bit of footage of me playing as Terran, a bit of footage of me playing as Zerg, and a bit of footage of me playing as Protoss. So rather than creating a game in which there is you versus 2 AIs who are working together, or 3 AIs working together, or more, take a large map, an 8-player map, and create a free-for-all game on that 8-player map with yourself and 7 computers. Because it's free-for-all, the computers will attack each other as well as you. It's not you versus 7 AIs who are allied, it's 8 players on the map, every one of whom is trying to beat all the others. So you don't have to beat all 7 AIs at once working together. But in order to win, you will still have to clear the map of all the AIs that are on the map. The advantage of doing this versus playing a 1v1 against a single AI is the game is necessarily going to take longer. You will be playing it for longer in order to wipe the map of the 6 or 7 other AIs that are on the map that are fighting against you. I say 6 or 7 because there's a good chance 1 or 2 of those AIs will be wiped out by each other. But you will still have to beat most of those AIs. You'll have to play a longer game. You'll need to maintain your focus for longer. You will need to keep up your StarCraft play for half an hour to an hour. And that's important because that gets you into a phase of the game, the late game, which you have not experienced if you've mostly been playing 1v1s against a single AI. Against a single AI, you gain an advantage sometime in the mid-game and then usually move on to winning pretty soon after. But in a free-for-all, you get that experience of a long game. You also get to experience dealing with an AI who has higher tech units, and AIs who have larger armies. You also have to defend your own assets while you move out to attack one enemy, another enemy might move out to attack you. The ability to control a large army and to keep fighting and keep your focus on the game and keep playing well after you max out is a big part of being good at StarCraft. So create these free-for-alls with lots of other AIs on big maps, and keep playing those and replaying those until you go into them already confident that you will win. If you want to see how to set up one of those free-for-alls, just rewatch the beginning of this video. It's a good idea to do this exercise with all 3 races. Even if you intend only one race to be your main, having experience of having played all 3 races is extremely helpful when it comes to fighting against them. So that is my first recommendation for practice. My second recommendation for practice is, if you finished the original campaign of StarCraft, go ahead and play the Brood War campaign. When you select the single-player mode of the game, you get to choose between original and expansion single-player mode. Which version of those you pick determines which campaign you are presented with in single-player mode. The original campaign generally is easier. In the Brood War campaign, missions become longer, the AIs are programmed to play more effectively, they'll use a lot more of their spellcasters, and the campaign is designed to be more difficult. You probably will not play through the whole Brood War campaign and win the whole thing on your first try at each mission. The final campaign of Brood War, which is the Zerg campaign, is by far the hardest and the longest out of all the StarCraft campaigns, original and Brood War. Across the board, Brood War is characterized by expecting you to already understand the game's basics, and it doesn't teach you nearly as much. You go into each Brood War campaign with the game expecting that you know how to play. Brood War has a lot more long missions where you have to fight not just one powerful enemy, but multiple powerful enemies one after the other. You need to be able to play long games to win the Brood War campaign missions. It's a good idea to keep replaying the hard Brood War campaign missions until you can go in already confident you'll win. In particular, the particularly hard missions in Brood War, in my opinion, are Protoss Mission 8, The Countdown, Terran Mission 8, To Chain the Beast, Zerg Mission 4, The Liberation of Korhal, and Zerg Mission 10, Omega. But there are a lot of just long missions that will require you to maintain your focus in that campaign. Now, as you are playing these long free-for-alls and long campaign missions, if you haven't been using hotkeys, control groups, and camera locations as major parts of your play so far, now is the time to start using them. These tools will help you a lot in the long run. They're very powerful, and you do need them in order to get as good as possible. And the sooner you start using hotkeys, control groups, and camera locations, the sooner you start using them for everything you do in the game, the better practice you'll be at them, the easier it'll be to include them in your play. And then the better off you'll be when you get to the really difficult parts of the game. Your mouse should never click a button on the command card in the bottom right again. If you want to do something on the command card, you should be doing it with hotkeys. If you don't know what hotkeys, control groups, and camera locations are, then look back at the Details of StarCraft videos that explain those. There's a video for each of those things in the Details of StarCraft sub-series. Also, go look back at the Details of StarCraft videos about theory and the wikis and sources of information where you can learn about the game from. And watch lots of professional games. There is a video in the Details of StarCraft sub-series which will give you a link that takes you to a playlist containing hundreds of professional StarCraft 1 games. If you watch pro games and listen to what the commentators are saying, you will learn a lot of details about the game and how to play the game and ways to optimize your play that the wikis won't tell you and that you won't naturally learn from playing the campaigns. You'll learn a lot about strategy, you'll learn a lot about the tactics and approaches that the best players in the world will follow. It's worth mentioning that in the Brood War campaign, there are new units added to each of the three races. When StarCraft was originally released, there were a couple of units that weren't in the game at that point and were added later in Brood War. When you were playing the original campaign missions, those units were not present. Now you're playing the Brood War campaign missions, those units are going to be introduced over the course of the missions. But the new units in Brood War do get introduced. You're actually shown them, and usually the game talks about them. You're not just expected to know they already exist. But all the videos in the Details of StarCraft sub-series that you've been watching up to this point, when I talk about what units the races have, I'm including the Brood War units in that. Virtually everyone plays the Brood War version of StarCraft, not the original. So, if you've been watching Details of StarCraft, you're not missing anything, that there aren't any units that you've never seen before. So, those are my recommendations for how you can continue to get better at StarCraft and gain some more experience at playing StarCraft, get practice. For the rest of the video, you can enjoy watching the footage of me playing against AIs in free-for-alls.
attack. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. 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 Require more Vespine gas. Evolution complete. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Complete. Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. Require more Vespine gas. Our forces are under attack. We require more Vespine gas. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. forces are under attack and require more vaccine gas. Our forces are under attack. 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 Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. You require more vaccine gas. Our forces are under attack. 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 Nuclear launch detected. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. under attack. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. 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 Evolution. Our forces are under attack. 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 Complete. Our forces are under attack. transmitted. Warriors have engaged the enemy. Affirmative. Commands. Instructions. Make use of me. Transmit. Awaiting instructions. Awaiting instructions. Transmit instructions. Got hostiles. Warriors have engaged the enemy. Affirmative. Warriors have engaged the enemy. Awaiting instructions. Receiving. Awaiting instructions. For command. Carrier has arrived. Input command. Transmitted. Solid color out. Instructions. Ready for hire. Your cross. I am needed. Receiving. Knockout. Command. Make use of me. Make use of me. Awaiting instructions. Your warriors have engaged the enemy for combat. Your assets. Still ready. Commencing. Your warriors have engaged the enemy. Affirmative. Affirmative.